JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 3 guns seized by the police in 12 hours. The Spanish Town police are reporting that an M16 rifle and 15 rounds of ammunition were seized during an operation in Greendale, Spanish Town in St. Catherine yesterday. According to the police, about 7:40 p.m., lawmen acting on information went to a premises which was searched. The police said the rifle and the rounds of ammunition were found in a black plastic bag. No one is arrested in relation to the seizure. Over in St. James, the police have arrested and charged a man with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an incident in Marshalltown in the parish yesterday. He has been identified as 33-year-old Lamar Longshaw, otherwise called Roger, of Sagan, Barrytown in the parish. Reports are that about 8 p.m., a team of officers was on patrol when a brown Toyota Corolla motor car was signaled to stop, in which Longshaw was a passenger. The police said he was searched, and a .357 Magnum revolver loaded with 5.38 cartridges was removed from the front waistband. His court date is being finalized. Meanwhile, the police today seized a 9mm Taurus pistol with 14 rounds during a snap raid in Kingston Central. One man was arrested in connection with the seizure. 78 new COVID cases, 2 deaths. Jamaica recorded 78 new cases of COVID-19 and 2 additional virus-related deaths yesterday. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to 12,597 and the death toll to 294. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the 2 deaths are that of a 75-year-old man from Clarendon and a 67-year-old man from Westmoreland, whose death was previously under investigation. 2 more deaths, previously reported under investigation, were today classified as coincidental. Of the 96 new cases, there were 37 males and 41 females, with ages ranging from 62 days to 95 years. The cases were located in Kingston and St. Andrew, 14, St. Catherine, 12, St. Anne, 11, Manchester, 11, St. James, 9, St. Thomas, 7, St. Elizabeth, 4, Clarendon, 3, Hanover, 3, Westmoreland, 3, and Trelawney, 1. Of the new cases, 1 was classified as imported, another as a contact of a confirmed case, and the other 76 under investigation. The country also recorded 158 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 9,737. Proclamation and the celebration of Sam Sharp Day to inspire Jamaicans, says Grange. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has welcomed the proclamation of December 27 as Sam Sharp Day by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen. Sir Patrick made the proclamation on Tuesday, the first annual Sam Sharp Day, in memory and the celebration of the national hero, the Right Excellent Samuel Sharp, who led the war for emancipation, will be observed on Sunday. Grange said the proclamation was made at the request of the Cabinet and is in keeping with the policy of the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport to promote the knowledge and memory of those who have contributed to the development of Jamaica, and the Right Excellent Samuel Sharp stands tall among such men. The ministry noted that it was on December 27, 1831, that the Emancipation War of 1831 to 1832 began under Sam Sharp's leadership. It said the plan called for enslaved people to refuse to work after the Christmas break unless they were being paid. They were also told to prepare to fight in the event plantation owners tried to force them to continue working as slaves, the ministry said. Sam Sharp led the largest and most successful of the fights to end slavery, as his war was a major catalyst for the abolition of slavery in the British Empire. Grange said Sam Sharp Day each year will be an occasion to reflect on and celebrate the unflinching courage and bold resolve of these our ancestors, led by Sam Sharp, who gave their lives for our freedom. The minister expressed the hope that Sam Sharp's life, commitment, and ultimate sacrifice would inspire Jamaicans to commit to nation building, to see ourselves as our brothers and sisters' keeper, and to promote the well-being and welfare of all Jamaicans. Mayor sounds warning as errant developer gets stiff fine, building facing demolition for breaches. Chinese businessman Haman Owan was on Wednesday fined approximately $4.6 million for breaches of the Building Act regarding a 4-story building in Highgate, St. Mary, on which he'll have to carry out significant demolition work if it is to be approved by the authorities. The decision was handed down in the St. Mary Parish Court on Wednesday. The St. Mary Municipal Corporation had previously served several stop order notices on the businessman in the initial stages when the breaches were first identified, but construction work still progressed on the structure. Had he obeyed from when it was just a single story, he would not have paid the $4.6 million, and he probably would not be in a position now where to have it approved, significant demolition will have to take place, said the mayor, who chairs the St. Mary Municipal Corporation. He credits the successful court action to the new Building Act passed in 2018 and which took effect last year. Today, this is a landmark decision, and I'm happy for this new Building Act, the mayor said, warning other errant developers that they'll be collared for breaches. In the past, what used to happen is we serve notices and persons ignore them. This is just the beginning, because having paid that money does not mean the building will stand as is, he said, of Wong's Highgate building, which had also breached an order restricting buildings to 2 stories. He still has to rectify all those breaches. Query said there were issues with the soil type in Highgate, which forced the municipal corporation to seek the intervention and expertise of the mining ministry. You'll recall 2 buildings in Highgate actually sank and are no longer habitable, so there's an issue in that area. Hence the reason there's a stipulation that no building should be more than 2 stories. Now this is a 4-story structure on unstable land, he said, emphasizing the need for demolition works, pointing out that there were several other buildings in breach of regulations across the parish. Query called on developers to have structures not approved by the municipal corporation to make contact to discuss the matter. Attorney at law Romar Dallas, who represented Wong, took issue with the draconian Building Act, saying it does not allow judges any discretionary powers to make a lenient ruling, as he labeled the $4,616,088.75 fine as excessive. I want to be clear and understand that he did not just go ahead and construct. He did the necessary application and sent in all the necessary documents and paid the necessary fees, Dallas contended. The application was at the parish council for over a year, but he constructed without getting that permit, and now he's subject to the Building Act of 2019, a very draconian piece of legislation, he said, calling for a revision of the legislation. He further argued that the act was in conflict with a judge's ability to fine offenders for breaches, as while parish courts had a fine limit of $3 million, penalties under the act could go as high as $5 million. The judge had no discretion, and therefore he had to follow the law. If the gentleman pleads guilty, it meant nothing for him. So matters of constitutional rights were at the fore as well, the attorney said. Mr. Wong paid his fine, but no doubt this has severely set him back. Vendors protest closure of Musgrave Market in Portland. The police in Port Antonio, Portland, have been kept busy as vendors who operate at the Musgrave Market have been blocking the main thoroughfare to protest the closure of the facility by the municipality. It has been a cat and mouse game between the police and vendors, as the latter have been remounting debris to block a section of West Street, bringing vehicular traffic to a halt. The irate vendors complained bitterly that the closure of the market will result in their produce going bad or damaged. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie had earlier announced that markets island-wide will remain closed on Christmas Day. While admitting to be aware of the announcement, the vendors say that they are accustomed to ply their wares on Christmas Day in order to make an extra dollar. They argued that this was even more significant to them in light of the downturn brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.